Who really believed what we heard? Who saw in it Yah's great power? He was always close to Yahuah. He grew up like a young plant, like a root growing in dry ground. There was nothing special or impressive about the way he looked, nothing we could see that would cause us to like him. People made fun of him, and even his friends left him. He was a man who suffered a lot of pain and sickness. We treated him like someone of no importance, like someone people will not even look at, but turn away from in disgust. The fact is, it was our suffering he took on himself. He bore our pain. But we thought that Yah was punishing him, that Yah was beating him for something he did. But he was being punished for what we did. He was crushed because of our guilt. He took the punishment we deserved, and this brought us peace. We were healed because of his pain. We had all wandered away like sheep. We had gone our own way, and yet Yah put all our guilt on him. He was treated badly, but he never protested. He said nothing, like a lamb being led away to be killed. He was like a sheep that makes no sound as its wool was being cut off. He never opened his mouth to defend himself. He was taken away by force and judged unfairly. The people of his time did not even notice that he was killed, but he was put to death for the sins of his people. He had done no wrong to anyone. He had never even told a lie, but he was buried among the wicked. His tomb was with the rich. But Yahuah was pleased with his humble servant who suffered such pain. Even after giving himself as an offering for sin, he will see his descendants and enjoy a long life. He will succeed in doing what Yahuah wanted. After his suffering, he will see the light, and he will be satisfied with what he experienced. Yah says, "My servant who always does what is right will make his people right with me. He will take away their sins. For this reason, I will treat him as one of my great people. I will give him the rewards of the one who wins the battle, and he will share them with his powerful ones. I will do this because he gave his life for the people. He was considered a criminal, but the truth is, he carried away the sins of many. Now he will stand before me and speak for those who have sinned." Think about what we have in Mashiach. The encouragement he has brought us, the comfort of his love, our sharing in his spirit, his Ruach, and the mercy and kindness he has shown us. If you enjoy these blessings, then do what will make my joy complete. Agree with each other and show your love for each other. Be united in your goals and in the way you think. And whatever you do, don't let selfishness or pride be your guide. Be humble and honor others more than yourselves. Don't be interested only in your own life, but care about the lives of others too. In your life together, think the way Mashiach Yahusha thought. He was like Yah in every way, but he did not think that his being equal with Yah was something to use for his own benefit. Instead, he gave up everything, even his place with Yah. He accepted the role of a servant, appearing in human form. During his life as a man, he humbled himself by being fully obedient to Yahuah, even when that caused his death on a stake. So Yah raised him up to the most important place and gave him the name that is greater than any other name. Yah did this so that every person will bow down to honor the name of Mashiach Yahusha. Everyone in Shamayam in heaven, on earth, Eretz, and under the Eretz or earth will bow. They will all confess Mashiach Yahusha is master. And this will bring esteem to Yahuah, the Father. My dear friends, you always obeyed what you were taught. And just as you obeyed when I was with you, it is even more important for you to obey now that I am not there. So you must continue to live in a way that gives meaning to your salvation. Do this with fear and respect for Yahuah. Yes, it is Yahuah who is working in you. He helps you want to do what pleases him, and he gives you the power to do it. Do everything without complaining or arguing, so that you will be blameless and pure children of Yah, without any fault. But you are living with evil people all around you who have lost their sense of what is right. Among those people, you shine like lights in a dark world, and you offer them the teaching that gives life. So I can be proud of you when Mashiach comes again. You will show that my work was not wasted, and that I ran in the race and won. Your faith makes you give your lives as a sacrifice in serving Yahuah. Maybe I will have to offer my own life with your sacrifice, but if that happens, I will be glad, and I will share my joy with all of you. You also should be glad and share your joy with me. And now, my brothers and sisters, be filled with joy in Yah. It is no trouble for me to write the same things to you again. I want to be sure that you are prepared. Be careful of the dogs, those men whose work does only harm, but they want to cut on everyone who isn't circumcised. But we are the ones who have the true circumcision, we who worship Yah through his Spirit, his Ruach. We don't trust in ourselves or anything we can do. We take pride only in Mashiach Yahusha. Even if I am able to trust in myself, still I don't do it. If anyone else thinks they have a reason to trust in themselves, they should know that I have a greater reason for doing so. I was circumcised on the 8th day after my birth. I am from the people of Yasharal and the tribe of Benjamin. I am a true Hebrew, and so were my parents. The law was very important to me, and that is why I became a Pharisee. I was so eager to defend my religion that I persecuted the assembly, and no one could find fault with the way that I obeyed the law of Moses, Masha. At one time, all these things were important to me, but because of Mashiach, I decided that they are worth nothing. Not only these things, but now I think that all things are worth nothing compared with the greatness of knowing Mashiach Yahusha, my master. Because of Mashiach, I lost all these things, and now I know that they are all worthless trash. All I want now is Mashiach. I want to belong to him. In Mashiach, I am right with Yah. But my being right does not come from following the law. It comes from Yah through faith. Yahuah uses my faith in Mashiach to make me right with him. All I want to know is Mashiach and the power that raised him from death. I want to share in his sufferings and be like him even in his death. Then there is hope that I myself will somehow be raised from death. I don't mean that I am exactly where Yah wants me to be. I have not yet reached that goal, but I continue to reach it and make it mine. That's what Mashiach Yahusha wants me to do. It is the reason he made me his. Brothers and sisters, I know that I still have a long way to go. But there is one thing I can do. I forget what is in the past and try as hard as I can to reach the goal before me. I keep running hard toward the finish line to get the prize that is mine because Yah has called me through Mashiach Yahusha to life up there in Shamayim. All of us who have grown to be spiritually mature should think this way too. And if there is any of this that you don't agree with, Yah will make it clear to you. But we should continue following the truth we already have. Brothers and sisters, join together in following my example. Also learn by watching those who are living the way we showed you. There are many who live like enemies of the stake of Yahusha. I have often told you about them, and it makes me cry to tell you about them now. The way they live is leading them to destruction. They have replaced Yah with their own desires. They do shameful things, and they are proud of what they do. They think only about earthly things. But the government that rules us is in Shamayim, in heaven. We are waiting for our Savior, the Master Yahuah Mashiach, to come from there. He will change our humble bodies and make them like his own glorious, esteemed body. Mashiach can do this by his power with which he is able to rule everything. Every Ibrahim or Hebrew high priest is chosen from among men. And that priest is given the work of helping people with the things they must do for Yah. He must offer to Yah gifts and sacrifices for sins, and the high priest has his own weaknesses. So he is able to be gentle with those who do wrong out of ignorance. He offers sacrifices for their sins, but he must also offer sacrifices for his own sins. To be a high priest is an honor, but no one chooses himself for his work. That person must be chosen by Yahuah just as Aaron was. It is the same with Mashiach. He did not choose himself to have the honor of becoming a high priest, but Yahuah chose him. Yahuah said to him, "You are my son, and today I have become your father." See Psalm chapter 2, verse 7. And in another part of the scriptures, Yahuah says, "You are a priest forever, the kind of priest Melchizedek was," or from the order of Melchizedek, or Melchizedek. See Psalm chapter 110, verse 4. While Mashiach lived on earth, he prayed to Yahuah, asking for help from the one who could save him from death. He prayed to Yah with loud cries and tears, and his prayers were answered because of his great respect for Yah. Yahusha was the son of Yah, but he still suffered, and through his sufferings he learned to obey whatever Yah says. And this made him the perfect high priest, who provides the way for everyone who obeys him to be saved forever. Yahuah made him high priest, just like Melchizedek. We have many things to tell you about this, but it is hard to explain because you have stopped trying to understand. You have had enough time that by now you should be teachers, but you need someone to teach you again for the first lessons of Yah's teaching. You still need the teaching that is like milk. You are not ready for solid food. Anyone who lives on milk is still a baby and is not able to understand much about living right. The solid food is for people who have grown up. From their experience, they have learned to see the difference between good and evil. We have all these great people around us as examples. Their lives tell us what faith means. So we too should run the race that is before us and never quit. We should remove from our lives anything that would slow us down and the sin that so often makes us fall. We must never stop looking to Mashiach Yahusha. He is the leader of our faith, and he is the one who makes our faith complete. He suffered death on a stake, and he accepted the shame of the stake as if it were nothing, because of the joy he could see waiting for him. And now he is sitting at the right side of Yahuah's throne. Think about Mashiach Yahusha. He patiently endured the angry insults that sinful people were shouting at him. Think about him so that you won't get discouraged and stop trying. You are struggling against sin, but you have not had to give up your life for the cause. You are children of Yah, and he speaks words of comfort to you. You have forgotten these words. My child, don't think Yah's discipline is worth nothing, and don't stop trying when he corrects you. Yahuah disciplines everyone he loves, and he punishes everyone he accepts as a child. See Proverbs chapter 3, 11 and 12. So accept sufferings like a father's discipline. Yah does these things to you like a father correcting his children. You know that all children are disciplined by their fathers. So if you never receive the discipline that every child must have, you are not true children and don't really belong to Yah. We have all had fathers here on earth who corrected us with discipline, and we respected them. So it is even more important that we accept discipline from the Father of our Ruachs, our spirits, and if we do this, we will have life. Our fathers on earth disciplined us for a short time in the way that they thought was best, but Yah disciplines us to help us so that we can be set apart like him. We don't enjoy the discipline when we get it. It is painful. But later, after we have learned our lesson from it, we will enjoy the peace that comes from doing what is right. You have become weak, so make yourselves strong again. Live in the right way so that you will be saved and your weakness will not cause you to be lost. Try to live in peace with everyone and try to keep your lives free from sin. Anyone whose life is not set apart will never see Yah. They will never see the Master, Yahusha. Be careful that no one fails to get Yah's favor, his grace, his mercy. Be careful that no one loses their faith and becomes like a bitter weed growing among you. Someone like that can ruin your whole group. Be careful that no one commits sexual sin, and be careful that no one is like Esau and never thinks about Yah. As the oldest son, Esau would have inherited everything from his father, but he sold all that for a single meal. You remember that after Esau did this, he wanted to get his father's blessing. He wanted that blessing so much that he cried. But his father refused to give him the blessing because Esau could find no way to change what he had done. You have not come to a place that can be seen and touched, like the mountain the people of Yasharal saw, which was burning with fire and covered with darkness, gloom, and storms. There is no sound of a trumpet or a voice speaking words like those they heard. When they heard the voice, they begged never to hear another word. They did not want to hear the command. If anything, even an animal touches the mountain, it must be killed with stones. And what they saw was so terrible that Masha said that he was shaking with fear. But you have come to Mount Zion, to the city of the living Almighty Yahuah, the Shamayim, or heavenly Yerushalayim, Jerusalem. You have come to a place where thousands of messengers have gathered to celebrate. You have come to the meeting of Yah's firstborn children. Their names are written in Shamayim in heaven. You have come to Yah, the judge of all people, and you have come to the Ruach Koth, or the spirits of good people who have been made perfect. You have come to Yahusha, the one who brought the new agreement from Yah to his people. You have come to the sprinkled blood that tells us about better things than the blood of Abel or Abel. Be careful and don't refuse to listen to when Yah speaks. Be careful and don't refuse to listen when Yah speaks. Those people refused to listen to him when he warned them on earth. They did not escape. Now Yah is speaking from Shamayim, so now it will be worse for those who refuse to listen to him. And when he spoke before, his voice shook the earth. But now he has promised, once again, I will shake the earth, but I will also shake Shamayam. I will shake heaven. The words once again clearly show us that everything that was created will be destroyed. That is, the things that can be shaken, and only what cannot be shaken will remain. So we should be thankful because we have a kingdom that cannot be shaken. And because we are thankful, we should worship Yah in a way that will please him. We should do this with respect and fear because our Yah is like a fire that can destroy us.